The faces started in high school. I would just always be doodling like in the margins of my notebook and drawing faces normally. And then I got interested in contour drawing and more gestural stuff because I went to pre-K with this kid, George Cortez, who's a crazy artist. And I was still following him. And he had posted a series of drawings he did that were super gestural and clearly done in like one or just a few lines. And I thought that style was really cool. So I started trying to bridge it into my own doodles and drawings and doing these one-line face drawings. And at first I was just doing them with a ballpoint pen and they were very spaced out. And then over time I started using different markers and tools, and the proportions of the Crink markers specifically kind of unlocked this new feel to them where they were like chunkier. And once I got hooked on those, it was just nonstop from there. It was even more of a physical inclination than like a visual or a mental one, because I was just addicted to the motion of like the whole arm and wrist rather than just the wrists. Drawing like little things in a notebook, I was drawing bigger ones and then bigger and bigger. The main turning point that comes to mind is definitely painting the big mural at Hampton Coffee in Montauk. Just applying as a open call for artists to do a mural and getting the green light to do that, doing a 6.5 by 40-foot surface that's one of the most public walls in the Hamptons and Montauk. And that made me take myself more seriously. Getting paid to do something, covering something that big and doing such a public space and seeing the reaction to it too was like, okay, this kind of has legs. I'm pretty sure the first time I met Ian was at Dom's birthday party on the boat in Huntington. He was kind of this mysterious figure that everyone was like, yo, who is Carburetor Poppy and where is his shop? He builds the craziest BMWs around. And then I finally met Carburetor Poppy, who like we had all, me and my brother, our friends had all been following. And I was like, oh my God, he's even bigger in real life. So that was kind of that, yeah. Much of the delay from the time he slid up on a story to actually painting the car was my own neurosis of like, I have to design like a full graphics kit and like coordinate with the automotive painter and all this like crazy neurotic shit. And then it came down to it, just getting like slight nudges from homies that knew I was gonna be doing this, where they were like, yo, just do your thing and actually shut up and get out of your own way. And I was like, yeah, cool, I'll just paint the car how I would paint anything else. Why wouldn't I just do that?
I'll keep it short and sweet. Yeah. I went to trade school in high school, then graduating high school. My parents are like, cars are cool, but there's more money in aviation. So like, they're like, go to college for aviation. And I'm like, all right. So like, I had the hobby of cars, and I was like, cool. Like, you know, money's important. Like, money's the only way to do cars. So I was like, sounds good. Like, went to school, learned a lot. Wasn't like heartfelt about aviation, but you know, I learned a lot in school that I didn't realize I learned until like doing this as a profession, because I took a lot away from that. Yeah, so I had some jobs doing aviation, and I was working hard and I was really good at it. But like the hobby of working on cars kind of like kept articulating, and like a lot of my friends started to get like professional careers, and they'd be like, hey, like, I don't have time, can you fix my car? Like, I was like, all right. So like after work, I'd like work on their car in my parents' driveway, and then I got super busy with that. And then between the side hustle and full-time job, saved up and put a down payment on a house, and then, which was supposed to be for me. Like, it wasn't really supposed to be for cars. Like, it was supposed to be for my projects, and like, it was just like an affordable like dream house for mine that I didn't even know existed. And then that turned into me just getting extra busy working on all my friends' cars, because then they were like, yo, Ian's been helping me out, and like, his prices are cheaper, so it's like, you know, hey, I have a perfect guy for you. And then like, I was just everyone's guy, you know, it's like, I was just the guy for it. So then like, I got, you know, I was like, I got so much to do. I was like on my lunch break and like in between work, I would literally be like managing my like fake business, just super busy. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, dude, I got way more to do here than I even do at my day job. I was like, why am I even coming to work? Like, I got so much to do. Like, so I put in my 2 weeks, and like they were, place I worked at was super cool, and the people that worked there were cool, and they were like understanding, but they're like, yo, like, can you train people here? Because like we can't let you leave yet. So like that last 2 months of like working, but not like having to go, like, you know, I quit, but like they still asked me to work. So it's like that was kind of, it was good, but it was dreadful at the same time. And then like it just, my life has not stopped for a second since. Like I met Joey years ago, like not like wholeheartedly, but I'm sure we, cross ways or whatever the case was. And then like, I follow him online, whatever, and I'm always swiping. And like I see a lot of people, like you see when you're on, I've been on the internet for a long time now. So it's like you see everyone's phases kind of like come and go. And like, everyone, they start dressing different, they start listening to different music, they start different hobbies, so he's been just doing that like since I met him at least, and which is cool because like he's staying true to himself a little bit, like he, like whether it's working or not working, like he's making it work, you know what I mean? And like kind of what this is. So it's like I've been always going through, swiping through Instagram and seeing his, his art, and his art obviously improves every day, but it's like it's still the same. He's keeping the same roots, same foundation to all of his art, no matter what the platform is or stuff like that. So like I always had respect for that, for sure. And that's not easy to do. Like it's really easy to overthink things, especially as an artist. And like, man, maybe I should change this, maybe I should change that, but it's like sticking to what you're really good at, or like sticking to what you want to be really good at and just keeping it rolling. That's like, I have a lot of respect for that, for sure. So it's like, I seen him online doing that, and like we'd always send each other stuff back and forth. And he would like start sending me art cards, like, yo, he's like, I gotta do an art card. He's like, yo, could you give me a door, or could you give me a hood, or like, I wanna like learn how to paint that, it's like, and I was like, dude, fuck, I'm like, dude, you should paint a car, like, that'd be sick, dude. Like, I'm like, yo, you don't even, dude, don't even, I'll give you body parts. Like, we have a whole scrap pile. I'm like, I'll give you whatever you want. I'm like, so I never actually gave him anything. I think he got some from like a local body shop or something. Every body shop's throwing out like body panels, but I was just like, dude, just paint my car one day. Like, it'd be sick.